Hello, beautiful people. You're tuned in to an all-new episode of Point of View, and it's Friday! That's right. All right, this is Point of View. This is where culture meets context. We break down entertainment, news, and the conversations that matter most to women of color right here at this table. Coming up on today's show, Kim Kardashian just can't seem to catch a break after revealing her homeschooling plans for her oldest child, Northwest. Critics are once again questioning her parenting choices. Plus, stay tuned to find out why Don Lemon and Nicki Minaj have been going at it. Later, we will be back with Girlfriend's Guide, an unpopular opinion, conversations you definitely don't want to miss. Our co-hosts Sunset and Zanita, along with our host Natalia, are all here ready to break it down. So come on in, join the discussion. You're watching POV. Have you heard what Kim Kardashian is doing with Northwest education? Forget traditional classrooms. North is learning math through budgeting, exercises, shopping for materials, and calculating cost. She's enrolled in a fully interactive brand building course and spends long music studio sessions at home producing and writing music. Kim says she's focused on nurturing North's creativity while keeping rules in place. Take a look.
We do a lot of realistic courses, things that she's really into. Math, we'll give budgets and we'll go around and we'll get stuff and we'll add it all up and subtract it all. And she has a brand building class. You know, it's like an actual course and a curriculum.
More interactive learning than
fully
textbook
interactive learning. And so she had an idea of making hats and making jewelry and all the things she wanted to make. So we made it a course. And even like her music course at school, she'd do a regular.
Now think back to when you were learning at 12, what you were learning at 12 years old. Kim Kardashian, is she onto something? Or is this just celebrity privilege?
So I was homeschooled for a little bit. I believe I was maybe like 12 going to 13 too. And my mom had a whole curriculum coupled with the curriculum that the school board where we lived was using. And I do want to say, thinking about how much information we've got over the course of schooling that we do not use, every day in our lives, I feel like maybe Kim may be onto something for North, because North definitely is, if she's not already, going to be a mogul. She's definitely going to have her own businesses. And so I think this is definitely going to be beneficial for her. I am a little bit skeptical when Kim was saying, oh, she adds and then we subtract it all.
She didn't even know what she does.
Right. That part didn't sound too profound. I'm hoping that she's getting enough.
Hoping that she has an actual
more
teacher.
than like 20 plus 20. I'm hoping she's getting some please excuse my dear Aunt Sally in there.
I think it's
that's a
an
great
amazing idea.
Yes.
Because in the world we live in, education has changed. The world has changed. The way we learned is not the way the children need to learn today, because the world is completely different. Yeah. There's so many things I learned that I don't use at all. I didn't use after the class ended. Mm-hmm. So budgeting, how to build a brand, I think those are very important, especially in her lifestyle. Yeah. She's making her an entrepreneur instead of making her a worker bee.
Well, I think this is what happens anyway, and I wouldn't say it's celebrity privilege. I think it's the privilege when you don't have to be in the common school system. Mm-hmm. I think this happens a lot for people who are training to be CEOs.
Absolutely.
I mean, I went to school with kids who were
school
already executives at toy companies. Mm-hmm. I mean, they were already CEOs at these companies, but that's what they were learning to do, and it wasn't traditional learning.
Absolutely.
I think this is what is going on at schools that you don't know the names of. Absolutely. This is what's happening. They seek you out, or you have the pedigree to be a part of those schools. And this is what they're teaching. And it only makes sense that she would be teaching her daughter this because, I mean, as you know, she's a mogul. She's going to take over her family's, their empire. Yep. And she needs to know how to learn how to run that And she's learning the math skills. She's learning the English and the writing skills. She's learning all those skills. I wish we all would be able to do that.
Right.
It will make us a lot better in our life going forward. Like you talk about credit.
Come on.
Talk about money.
Yes.
Yeah.
That's what they should teach.
No, absolutely. I think what Kim is doing is very on brand, and I think all parents should take note. I'm not going to lie. I don't question it at all. If people learned more about Montessori schools, I don't know if I'm pronouncing it correctly, we would be way further along in the Black community.
Absolutely.
The inventor Maria, I don't know her last name, she brought Montessori schools to America. And when students started adopting this concept of learning how to be in society, how to learn basic human skills like cooking, being present, our community would thrive learning how Montessori schools are structured, which is very parallel to how Kim is teaching North. I think we should eliminate the way we're even learning in the regular school systems because 90% of the information we don't use. They don't teach you about taxes. They don't teach you how to even fill them out. They don't teach you about credit, but every single American deals with that.
That's right.
So I think she's very on brand. I think everybody should be teaching like that if we all had the resources.
It's a matter of privilege.
Exactly. If we all had the resources, I believe we would all be teaching in this way.
I think so.
Yeah.
I think we really would. I mean, and we need these resources. That's what's crazy because traditional school, I'm not quite sure, is it really, helping us anymore?
No,
it wasn't
created to help us.
It wasn't created to help you. Traditional schools teach you how to be, how to follow workers and how to follow instructions.
Yeah.
It doesn't teach you to be an independent thinker. So traditional schools were not built for CEOs, people to own their own brands, right? It teaches you how to live and be mediocre in society.
I mean, these are CEOs. You're learning at the level of being a CEO of Fortune 500 companies. I would think that's the level. Very advanced. Or sometimes you have people that are learning how to run countries and they're kids still. So, I mean, we don't get that benefit, but they often do.
Yeah.
Because of pedigree.
I've never had to answer a question about the Cold War. And I spent months on it in school.
Exactly. No, seriously. No, seriously.
Ever.
But what I do want to say is, hopefully North, if she's going to stay with this homeschooling curriculum that, Kim is coming up with, I'm hoping that maybe she won't want to go back into formal education at some point. Because I'm just thinking about like later on if she does decide to go to college and you have this curriculum that your mom made up, you know what I'm saying? You may not thrive in a regular, class setting. And also I do feel like, even though I feel like I do like or support the idea of homeschooling and what Kim is actually setting North up for, when I see North, a lot of times, North is 12 years old. She looks like she's 17 years old. So that kind of makes me question, is she also out of school because she was just way above her time, developmentally in what Kim allowed her to do and how she allowed her to look like, that maybe she kind of didn't fit in and it was too much on her that way?
All the kids look like that now.
Well, sadly, my mom won't
say that. It's true.
Do you think this kind of teaching is inspiring to traditional learning atmospheres
It should be.
that the kids are currently in?
It should
at
be.
I
this
don't think so.
level?
You don't think
It should be because
I don't think they care.
Yeah, but it genuinely should be. Everybody don't learn the same. Like everybody don't have one way of learning. Even to think that that's possible is insanity to me. We're all different, and imagine if we got to nurture what we were good at and how far along we would be.
Wow.
Listen,
what a
I
difference.
always
Yes.
said that I feel like when kids start school, there are a few different learning styles. And like you may have a child that they may say, hey, this child is an F student or they're a D student. When what it has been is that they've consistently probably had teachers that do not teach in their learning style.
It's true.
Exactly. So maybe there should be some type. Exactly.
Yeah.
Visual.
Exactly.
Hands-on, they gotta learn. Kinetic learner.
But again, this is for when you have a certain financial bracket.
Exactly.
This is actually happening.
Yeah, parents can't do this in America currently because they can't even stay home with the kids.
That's right. And
They got to work 2 or 3 jobs.
Listen, that's
Taking
back to
The kids have to
autism.
raise
That's back to
themselves.
autism, y'all. A lot of kids in our community have autism, and oftentimes they get ostracized in the school systems because they don't learn like all the other kids. But come to find out, most kids that have autism are actually smart and very intelligent, but they're just not curating curriculum to help them advance in how they learn.
Yeah.
But even thinking about, talking about autism and thinking about how, the school system tries to push and make it seem like it's mandatory for children to be vaccinated.
Correct.
So then they can get autism. I mean,
Listen,
hello.
if you are a parent that's dealing with that, you can submit a form that will allow you not to give your children vaccines, okay? It's a religious form. You can submit it so that you don't have to give your kids vaccines. Study the private life. And I'll
Follow
leave
the
it at
trails.
that. Yeah.
All right.
We
All
definitely
the
have
signs are
religious
there.
exemption at my house, baby.
All right. In other news, things have really been blowing up between Don Lemon and Nicki Minaj. It started when Don Lemon shared footage of a church protest calling out ICE, and Nicki fired back on social media with some of the harshest words we've seen yet, including a homophobic slur. She even called for Don Lemon to face jail time. The back and forth continued, all leading to Don Lemon calling Nicki Minaj a homophobic bigot. Take a look at this clip.
Nicki Minaj, stop talking about shit for which you know nothing about. This is out of your depth, by the way, and you are a homophobic bigot. You don't care about African Americans. You're not an African American. From what I know, you are reportedly an undocumented citizen, so you should be deported under Donald Trump's rules. And the other thing is that your family members, you have one family member who is reportedly a sex offender, the other family member, your husband or whatever, a sex offender is your husband, and one of them is reportedly a pedophile. And you have nerve to talk about me, Nicki Minaj.
Now, this is interesting. What is Nicki doing? Has she always been like this?
Yeah.
But, I mean, she's taken like is she on another side and like this is what she's been doing? Because she's been petitioning, allegedly, petitioning for her brother to be released from prison because apparently, allegedly, he essayed an 11-year-old girl. And allegedly, his DNA was all over her, so it's irrefutable evidence. And she has been petitioning to get him out of prison, that he would be pardoned by Donald Trump. Is this a war on people's character by proxy, or do you think this is just something she just does? It's attention. What is it?
It's stupidity.
Yeah, come on.
Okay.
Call it what it is. Thank you,
Rap,
Ziggy.
being a rapper and being a politician don't mix. You don't get paid because you're intellectual. You get paid to entertain. And I think you need to continue to do that.
Not even continue, baby, because as far as I'm concerned,
That's dead.
time is up. Okay,
No,
we
don't
all
say
know,
that.
even in Walmart, Target, and all the stores, baby, Mattel is not doing too good on the shelves, baby. Not even the little girls want the Barbies.
Oh my God. I'm in congruency with that because I'm real tired of Nicki Minaj being in the media, but I understand her influence is so enormous. Like, people will just follow her just because she's Nicki Minaj. But she has had a couple loose screws in the media these last couple times. I keep seeing the craziest things with her, and I'm like, what is going on? My first thought is there is nobody in her camp that's able to say, hey sis, I need to pull you to the side. Are you good? Like, I really feel like she's been, it's something mental that I just can't put my finger on. I genuinely think that she doesn't have.
Well, I don't know why y'all can't put your finger on it, because when Nicki was talking about this Roman Polanski, the mama, all these people inside of her, baby, clearly we know.
I always thought that.
Yeah, must be some type of
I always thought that. But now she's it's showing more in the media. Is what I'm saying.
Little girls are following her, so
exactly, and that's dangerous.
Her
It's
word
really
is
manifesting outwardly.
It's
now.
manifesting outwardly, and it's a dangerous thing. So I just feel like she needs people in her camp to call her out, to say, sis, you good? What's going on?
She might like yes men around her.
Yeah, it's like, it's showing she's having all these erratic breakouts. She's talking about Cardi B's child. You would think that people's children would be off limits, certain things, but it's like there's the moral, what is it? The moral line keeps moving. And it's like, I don't know, sis. It's looking a little crazy.
I think Nicki is laying it on thick, baby, because she's trying to get some honorary citizenship or something.
This is what I was going to ask.
That's where I'm at.
Is it petitioning for favor, and yet she says, well, let me, work for this side because I am trying to accomplish something that's going to benefit her.
That's but you want us to go by your
war by proxy.
Yeah, like that's, I don't know. I don't know. I just think somebody needs to check in on sis.
She was definitely paid off.
Wow.
She
has a price.
Yeah.
And it was paid.
Okay.
And now we're seeing her true colors.
Oh, wow.
You can't trust her. Don't let your little girls listen to her.
Yeah. Stop
not
following
someone to
these
follow.
people. Like, stop. I really want little girls to understand, like, yes, you may like a celebrity. You may think they're beautiful. You may think, one day I want to obtain whatever they have. But please understand, these are human beings. So when they tell you who they are, when they're showing you their true characters, please believe them and understand that you should not honor and love and feel like you just, what is the word when somebody's obsessed with somebody? Fan. Should not be a fan of people to where you're blindly
Idol.
following
Starts at
them.
home.
Yes, you shouldn't be idolizing anybody. Please, little girls, don't do that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I feel like it's the grown woman following Nicki Minaj.
Them
the
too.
little girl,
Yeah.
but-
Them too. Them too.
I feel like in our culture, for some reason, we always idolize people who, because they're famous and not because they actually have a brain. So we don't follow intellectuals or big them up or praise them when they're trying to move the culture forward. We follow all the people who are bringing the culture down.
Ooh, don't like that.
So we
are a part of the problem.
confuse.
Wow.
Yeah, we confuse fame with intelligence.
Well, that's
Or
why I
fame
even
with
talked about,
leadership.
making knowledge look good again. Like, follow Raquel, follow Natalia, follow Ziggy,
Follow
Sunset
Sunset.
Monet. Thank you.
Follow-
Like, genuinely
Yes.
make
We gonna
knowledge
tell you
look
the
fun
truth.
again so these girls can have other people they can
That's
see like,
right.
oh, wow, okay,
Now-
you can do it. Yeah,
Yes.
go ahead.
Now it's time to get into all things love, life, relationships, and everything in between. Let's get into Girlfriend's Guide. So Valentine's Day is right around the corner. And in a world full of roses, lavish dinners, and social media posts, effort still matters. Research shows that a simple handwritten note can have a bigger emotional impact than even the fanciest gift. So, how do you feel about this? Are handwritten letters out of style, or have women's expectations for a man showing appreciation, maybe the standards have gotten a little higher?
Listen, I feel like in this current economy, we all need a little financial alleviation. So as much as the
you a
words,
card,
baby,
sign,
as much
seal,
as the
deliver.
words mean, baby, okay? Make sure it's a gift card, a few dollars, or something tangible in there. But you know what's so funny? Now with everyone talking about, the impact of handwritten cards and all these, heartfelt words, I saw that there was someone, I believe she was a poet, and she's like, going viral, and she's actually like selling kind of like handwritten poems for Valentine's Day, where like the guys or someone can purchase it, but then she sends you, the card or the paper, whatever, and she sends you what to write in it. So at that point, now we're gonna have to discredit the handwritten note.
Listen, I'm gonna take
I don't
the
even know how you
opposite stance.
feel.
I'm sorry. I've never been the girl to care about like money or like a bag or never. And I try to make myself be happy if I get it. It's like I can't.
Yeah.
I don't care enough. So for me, if you write me a handwritten letter, you got my heart. I'm sorry, you got my heart. I love intentionality. Like the fact that someone will sit down, write a letter, like literally write what they're thinking and put it on paper, that takes intentionality and time. I feel like a person who loves you that wrote you a letter and can think about the things you like in that letter. Like that, I'm sorry, that's gonna get me every time.
I'm writing the 5-page letter like Aaliyah all the time, honey. But
It's
even
free.
me, I am gonna put that with a gift.
A little something.
A little something.
I love gifts too now, don't get me wrong, but a letter, like,
I love handwritten stuff.
that.
I literally have a box with every handwritten
Same.
Christmas card, letter, especially from like my mother, my kids, my husband. I go back and look at those things.
Yes,
I know
me
that's
too.
crazy.
No, it's not.
Yeah.
I still have
I
mine
keep my
since
mom's
elementary
cards.
school. Like I
yeah.
literally have letters that people wrote me
Yes.
since elementary
I
in
do
my
too.
book bag still. Like I just
It's the purest gift you can receive.
I have a memorabilia box.
Yes.
And I keep all that stuff in there,
Yes.
cards I received, stuff in 8th grade, different fan letters or whatever. I keep all that. Yeah.
I think
But
we
men,
should. Yeah.
don't take this like we only want cards.
Like Tally said,
He said, don't get it twisted.
Aaliyah said a 4-page letter. I'm sending it with a kiss, but include that gift. All right. Have social media. Okay, we're getting on to unpopular opinions. Yes, this is the segment where we dive into social media, a place where people say things they never say out loud. It's raw, it's unfiltered. We've pulled some of your comments and unpopular opinions, and now it's time to unpack them all. Now, you might feel some kind of way, you might agree, you might disagree, or maybe you might be called out. Either way, we've got advice, perspective to help you navigate it all. So, coming up, we have I Am Kira J. Unpopular opinion, I don't believe you should have to pay for the same mistake 1,000 times. Rebuilding trust takes time, but you gotta learn the difference between earning someone's forgiveness versus being put through a humiliation ritual out of spite.
Okay, so I want to say, as much as this sounds about right, I remember seeing something a couple years ago that said humans are the only species that punish themselves over and over for the same thing. So they were saying even if a dog bites you, and now that I'm thinking about it, I don't know if it's all the way true, but they're saying if a dog bites you or gets upset for something, then they're gonna they would react to that one time and not bite you every time they see you. But I don't know.
I don't know about that. Especially when they say dogs are creatures of habit. They bite you one time like that, don't do it again.
Exactly, because the dog will bite you. Next time you come around, it still ain't gonna like you.
I'm not agreeing. I'm not agreeing at all.
I think she was getting, she did something wrong.
And they walk out for it.
Humans are creatures of habit. So although this sounds good in theory, in practicality, it's not really real. Because honestly, you could say you want to change even for the person who don't mean it, and they will still do the same thing because naturally your subconscious mind is more powerful than your conscious mind. You're going to do it without even thinking about it because it's a habit. So yes, it sounds good, but sis,
there's so much involved
it's so much. There's so many
paradigm shifts. You have to change your internal system to think and behave different.
But I mean, forgiveness or a humiliation ritual. I mean, at some point, do you keep punishing that person 1,000 times over and over? No, you gotta have practice forgiveness.
Right, but I think it's so situational based. You can't just put that on one person. Every situation is different. You can't treat the one situation the same as every situation in your life.
Well, she did understand that, forgiveness, the trust takes time to get, to grow again.
I'll tell you one thing. I'll forgive, but I don't forgive. So you're X'd out. That's
okay. My thing is, I think too, kind of what Sunset is saying is, I feel like you also have to know the capacity of the person that you're dealing with. Because some people, you're never going to have that opportunity to make it right or make it wrong again. So unfortunately, so unfortunately, you better choose wisely, because every time you're going to get a second chance.
You don't get a second time.
Make it wrong with you.
Well, you can forgive, but you don't have to let that person back in again to have the opportunity to possibly repeat the same thing. Maybe one unpopular opinion: men are naturally more submissive than women. They make better soldiers because of this. As women, we are much better leaders. We don't navigate from our egos, and we can listen. That's why we excel in law, art, teaching, business, engineering, and healthcare.
I don't know what's happening here.
I'm a little confused. I love women and I love girl power, but there's some things that I feel like a man should be doing.
Absolutely. We got to get clear here. I think the gender wars are getting out of control. Social media has warped our minds to think that men are going against women. Listen, men were born to do things, women were born to do things. We both need one another. Stop the gender wars. Every woman is made to do things, and she was curated to do things naturally, and men were curated to do things naturally, and we both need each other. That is why it takes two of us to bring people in life into this world.
I love that you said that we need each other. Absolutely.
We do. We got to stop.
Didn't the Lord even say that we need each other?
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you.
I'm proud of y'all today, honey.
Each other.
A lot of man bashing going on. I'm proud of y'all.
We love you, man.
Friday.
Thank you.
Flowers.
We need you.
That's
Don't
right.
believe social
we need
media.
Each other.
We need you. We love you.
Y'all act like that because Valentine's Day coming up.
Real quick, Blue W Miss says, unpopular opinion: hide your intelligence. Let people underestimate you. Not everyone deserves access to your mind, and being underestimated is sometimes the real advantage. What you say about it?
Come on.
I think it helps.
Yes.
Everybody doesn't know what to do with that information.
That's right.
Yes,
That's right.
Agree.
And
All right, well, we agree.
Yes.
Okay. Well, friends, thank you for joining us. That is the end of today's show. You can catch us right here, same place, same time. But let me leave you with this quote. Your voice matters, your story matters, and today is another chance to make it count. Don't you forget, we are POV right here. Same place, same time. See you Monday.